Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome to the Penn State Basketball Dynasty. Here in season number 1, I think we're going through something that every young team goes through and just every new team that plays together, and it's really finishing games. I think that's been our issue. We're sitting here at 6-13. We have lost 5 of our last 6, including 4 straight. Our offensive points per game is down. I mean, we are one of the worst scoring teams in the country, even if we normalize the minutes, which we are doing, still one of the lowest. And I think we're going to have to look for scoring in different ways. I talked about Malachi Macklin a little bit. He is one of our, I would say, one of our best scorers right now, but we aren't really exactly getting that out of him. But he does have a couple of 16-point games back to back, so I think there are some positive signs, not just for this season, but going forward as well. And looking at Michel Beaufoy, he is a senior, but I think I'm going to try him at the 3. He is 6'11", and he is a pretty good shooter. He doesn't take a lot of threes, but when he does, he shoots about, you know, mid-30s%. And I think that that's one thing that I can get more out of. You can just see right here, Malachi Macklin shooting 33% from 3. There is Michel Beaufoy shooting 32%. But when he does take them, like he's making them. And if I think I get that attempts per game up, I think I can get a higher percentage out of him. So coming off of our last few games, we obviously lost that last game versus Michigan. We tried to jump in, and Hunter Dickinson put us away. And now we play up against a couple of decent schools. First, Oregon, and we get down to the final 3 minutes of the game. Another close one. We're going to hop straight into this one, 91-90 here in the fourth quarter. Let's see what the team does here. Exactly 3 minutes left to go here on the clock. Here is Shiro Takihara. He's got 19 and 7 this game. He gets a pick from Malachi Macklin. Oh, he has an open lane, but he decides to take the jump shot. It's a good decision. It's good. And this is our first lead of the game. I don't think that's right, though. Here's a drive, and Oregon answers back with the right hand. Tyrone Jones, I would expect him to be that shot blocker in the middle whenever somebody's in the lane. Here he is under the basket. A nice turnaround layup, and that's good. He's got 9 points. One thing I want to see from him going into next year, he is a junior, so he'll be a senior next year, is really taking over on offense inside and being that guy that can give us a double-double. Here's Shiro now with some good defense on him. He gets blocked from 3. Trying to free up some space. Here goes Oregon the other way with the left hand, and that is good. Oregon answers right back now, 95-94, another pick and roll action. Tyrone under the basket. That was easy. The spacing is good from the Penn State Nittany Lions, so the pick and roll is working. 96-95 now. Looking like we're going to get a pick from Tyrone Jones. Evan Vasquez, one-on-one here, a little isolation on the right side of the court. 7 on the shot clock. He gets another pick. He gets the switch. Pass inside. Jones again, but this time it's blocked. And here goes Oregon the other way in transition again. Here's an open man cutting to the basket and a dunk. 97-96. And now 30 seconds left. Let's see what we do here with one of the last possessions here in the fourth. Shiro passes inside. He goes to Jones. Jones, he gets under the basket. This is a good look, and the turnaround does not go. This is where we struggle, just closing out games even with a 1-point, 2-point deficit. We had the look, but just couldn't get it to go. But Oregon does make 1 of 2. 10 seconds to go. Do we go for the win or the tie? Shiro, crossover move to the basket. Tries to draw the foul. The ball hangs up. And that will do it. Another heartbreaking loss here for Penn State. Shiro tried to get to the basket. Now, you saw the big man switched on him, and he tried to go up with the right hand. It stayed on the rim for a while. It just did not fall. So now we are at the end of January, now playing against Michigan State, 79-76 here with about 4.5 minutes to go. Now we have a 2-point lead. It's pretty much the same scenario as last game. So let's see if we can do it again. This time versus Michigan State. We are at home as well. We have a better home record, way better home record than road. Here's a nice layup and a tip by Michigan State. That one is good. And now here we go. Tie ball game, 85-85. Here's a three from Malik Banks, and that one is good. Malik Banks is one of our best three-point shooters. I believe he has the third highest three-point rating on the team. Third or fourth. I'm not sure which one. I think it's third. But here we go with a three-point lead, 88-85 now. Let's see if we can play some defense here. 2.5 minutes to go. Good pick right there. Malachi Macklin playing some perimeter defense. Shiro, this is where other guards try to take advantage of the size mismatch, and he goes straight at him. It's an and one. That's his fourth foul of the game. So a tie ball game now, and then we get an offensive moving screen. So now we lose that possession, but now 88-88. Here's Tyrone Jones with a strong move inside, and now we have the 2-point lead. So now a minute 15 to go. Here's Hager, who is one of their best scorers. He drives to the basket on Takihara. Takihara trying not to foul him on that one, and now it's 90-90. Evan Vasquez gets the pick. He takes a three. That's good. Knocked down by Vasquez. He is our best three-point shooter. We definitely want to see that three-point percentage go up. As here's a three by Michigan State. Offensive board and a putback right there. Back to a 1-point lead, 93-92. This one's going back and forth. Evan Vasquez getting to the basket. He throws one up, almost draws the foul for the and one, but cannot convert on that one. And now he hits both free throws. It's 95-92, 27 seconds ago. We saw this scenario before last episode. Do not give up the three. 95-92. He gets the pick. He tries to get to an open spot for the three, but good help defense by Jose Springer. They go straight at Takihara. Help defense comes, but they still get the left hand to go. This time, do not turn over the inbound. We make sure we run straight to the ball. Make sure the defender is not there. Takihara hits the first, and the second free throw is off. So 96-94, literally the exact same scenario as last game. A missed free throw, 2-point game. Don't give up a three. They pass inside. Hager goes at Vasquez. He hits it. That's exactly what we were supposed to do. Oregon got away with that here last game, but now here we are. We have 1.6 seconds left. Who's it going to go to? Here is Takihara with a three. That's off. We did have the play drawn up for Evan Vasquez in the corner. It probably was the better pass looking back in hindsight. But here we go. It's overtime. 96-96 now. Takihara trying to run a play. I'm trying to get a play inside to Tyrone Jones. I love to get it going to start quarters inside with the big men. And here is Jones going straight at him. That's going to be a bucket inside. And now here we go on defense. Oh, there's a good steal by Takihara. Beat Beaufoy up to Takihara with the transition dunk. And we're up by 4. 100-96 now. There's a missed shot and good defense by Tyrone. Takihara attacking the D, and that one's in and out. High off the backboard. He can't get it to go. 102-97, though. He hits one of 2 free throws. Here is Takihara with the left hand. One thing I like about Takihara is his quickness is definitely something that you have to take advantage of. That's why we take so many shots with him. But I think we might have to come up with another scoring option. We know Evan Vasquez can score. He can shoot, but it's not going to be every night where he's on. But we got the victory here, 106-97. We end up getting them in overtime and getting the victory. Well, after that game, we end up beating Villanova in the next game, 119-108. Villanova is one of the best teams in the country rating-wise as well, so this was a very big win for us. How about Malik Banks coming off of the bench, going 8 of 14, and then Michel Beaufoy, 6 of 10, 1 of 3 from deep. I kind of want to keep an eye on him and see how we can do with a good scoring 3. We go up against Duke, the Duke Blue Devils, and Malachi Macklin led us in scoring, 16 points. Michel Beaufoy, 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3. But our 3-point attempts are going up, so that's a good thing. I do want us to shoot a little bit more. And then looking at UConn, we do beat them 102-83, a big-time blowout. Here, another Evan Vasquez big game, but it's not very consistent where he's the leading scorer. He had 26, 4, and 3. 8 of 9 from the field, 3 of 4. And then Beaufoy had 7, 5, 4, 3, and 1. How about that stat line? He did everything in this game, but a pretty good win. We do get some news coming out of, you know, that kind of trio of games. And remember, this is like a 31-game season, so these games are spread out like once or twice, one or two games most of a week. And Tyrone Jones, 6 to 8 week injury, broken leg. So that kind of sucks. So he will be sidelined at least for like the next like 3-4 games. Hopefully he recovers a little quicker than that and he can come back for the next or the final 2 games. That's the most ideal. But we have Ben Layden and Denzel Morris. I think one thing that we have to get is just depth, especially when we go into recruiting, aka the high school draft. And we'll have to see, you know, what happens as far as the future of this team. Obviously, we're going to be missing Michel Beaufoy, who's a senior, but I'm going to need to figure out that 3. I don't know exactly, you know, what the best path forward for that is. We definitely want a shooter there and a scorer. And you can just see the first game. I mean, we got blown out without Tyrone Jones. 114-81. That's our worst loss of the season, a 43-point loss. We then go up against Illinois, one of the top teams in our conference as well. And Penn State puts it on them. Like, we are just so inconsistent. We get a 22-point victory. I mean, that is just insane. 21 points from Vasquez. And when he's the leading scorer, we usually do great. He had 10 free throws in that game. This is an 18-7 team. We're 10-19 now. We are literally 2-13 at away and 8-6 at home. So that just shows you, you know, just how inconsistent we are. And we get through the month of February and March, only playing 4 games. We play Arkansas. I believe we played Baylor as well in there. And then we played those last 2 games, Purdue and also Illinois. And now we hop into this Gonzaga matchup at home, and we are up by 11. Now, the funny thing about this is that when we download the rosters, Gonzaga was one of the highest rated teams. They're literally like one of the worst teams in this series here, and they are struggling. So Drew Timm, his senior year is going to be spoiled, as he's been a perennial NCAA tournament, I guess, favorite as he's been in his career. So 86-75, and here is a nice floater high off the glass that time. Let's see if we can close out this game. We have about 6 minutes and a nice little lead. Oh, good pass inside. Tyrone Jones, 17 points for him today. That's one of the things that I want to see from him going forward. There's an alley-oop pass. That's deflected by Michel Beaufoy. Here goes Andy Skips the other way, driving. That's where he works best, and he draws the foul. Skips would be a starter if he could shoot, but he just can't. He can drive to the basket. He's good in transition. But here's Malik Banks, mid-range 2. That one's off, 90-81. Here goes Gonzaga the other way. Watson draws the foul on Malachi Macklin. Under 2 minutes to go here, 8-point lead. Malik Banks now getting to the free throw line. Here's a fadeaway. That's good. Maybe a little turnaround, not so much a fadeaway. He's got 15 points off the bench. If we can get that from him, we are looking good every single week. Every single game, I should say. I guess there's a game a week. But here's Tyrone Jones working it. Malachi Macklin using his body. Oh, good move. That's good. He pulled the chair on him. 94-84. 45 seconds to go. Takihara now trying to get to the basket. He does just that. Left hand draws the foul. And a good end to this game here for Penn State. We get a couple of fouls drawn. A nice finish inside by Malachi Macklin. And now a defensive rebound. Here we go up the court. Takihara, man on him. Let's see what he does. Trying to waste a little bit of clock here. Let's see what play they draw for us. Here's Takihara. Pass inside Malik Banks, and it's a dunk. A big 17-point game off the bench. If we can get that at least like once every 2 games, it's going to be scary here for this offense. And Really, with 2 games remaining, this was one of the final 2 games. We just needed something here on offense, and it looks like, you know, Drew Tim 12-6-4. Not the greatest ending here to his career, as his career is winding down. And we have 1 game remaining as well, and that is versus Ohio State. So we play our rivals. We end up being 11-19 here, and we are eliminated here from the play-in tournament pretty much. I'm hoping that I can change the rules to make it so that like everybody makes it. I don't know if that's even a rule in this game, but I know they have rule changes. But we will avoid the play-in tournament, so really we're not playing for anything, but we want to get one last, you know, good game here at the end of the season. So we'll see what happens here in the final game versus Ohio State. Maybe I'll play some young guys and we'll talk about, you know, our, you know, season as a whole. And one thing I want to start doing is doing these pending tasks. I didn't do any of those in season 1 because I wanted it to be more about just the team here, and then season 2 we'll do more of that. So I want to make sure that there's no like trade goals, like improve your roster. Well, we can't really improve our roster because this isn't the NBA. We're just playing with our roster as it is. So that's going to do it here for this episode. Next episode, we will finish the season versus Ohio State. Don't want to miss that one. Hit subscribe, hit that like button. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.